Sup bitches, Matt here, giving you another consummate week of RPG game news, and following up on a story we ran last week and the appeal made by Warner Bros. Interactive against the ban put against Mortal Kombat has been rejected by the Australian Review Board. Obviously they didn't take my death threat seriously last week, so just wait and see, ARB. Once my sword comes from Craigslist, I will be hunting you down. And moving right along, and some devastating news to come out of Japan's earthquake zone this week sees Evolution Studios' upcoming racer Motorstorm Apocalypse receive a delayed release date in Japan. The game was set to drop on March 17th, but has been postponed to an indefinite date. Furthermore, RM's Disaster 4 has been outright cancelled. Fucking owned. Also, online games with servers hosted in Japan have been shut down as the country tries to conserve power. Early reports indicate that Final Fantasy 11 and 14 have been closed and will be closed for at least a week. Also from Japan, and some fucking amazing news here, Capcom has lowered the price of Street Fighter 4 on the iPhone to just 99 cents until March 22nd, with all proceeds going to help the people affected in the tsunami-ravaged country. Now go out there and purchase that game because it's going to help some people out, and it's a brilliant game to play. Some lighter news now, with Violation announcing some details about Saints Row the Third. Changes in the upcoming game will see a single antagonist in Philippe Larem, a Belgian gangster. They could not have picked a gay name for that bloke. Now, moreover, 3 new rival gangs have been announced, which are Morningstar, the Luchadors, and the Deckers. Clearly this game is going to be heavy on the racial stereotypes, which is fine by me. In addition, the protagonist of the game is going to be fully upgradable to the ranks of R.P.G with customizable vehicles and weapons. Probably the biggest change in the game, however, comes from the location. This time, players will be taken out of Stillwater and placed in a new city called Stillport. The game is yet to receive a release date, but we will keep you informed as new information comes to light. Now, while we're on the topic of open world crime games, Grand Theft Auto 5 speculation hit boiling point this week, with the casting call fueling speculation that the next game will be set in the Los Angeles version of GTA, Los Santos, seen in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. The casting call for the Project Rush is going to be looking for voice types that would fit right at home in the GTA verse, such as weed evangelicist, neurotic soccer mums, and American car dealers. I'm also looking forward to this game, even though it hasn't been announced yet. Leave us a comment telling us what you'd like to see implemented in this version, and I personally want them to implement the best part of Red Dead Redemption into this offering by giving us a chance to skin whores. Now, EB Games Australia has announced this week that Deus Ex Human Revolution, the highly anticipated game by Square Enix, will be available for purchase on August the 25th. Go out and pre-order this game, my friends, because when I get excited about a first-person shooter game, you know it's going to be fucking brilliant. Ubisoft announced this week the release of a new music-oriented game called Rocksmith. The game will feature a fully functioning electric guitar and songs by legends such as The Stones, Bowie, and Nirvana. Kurt Cobain even sells out when he's dead. Classy. The timing of this game is strange, however, with Activision pulling the plug on its long-running franchise Guitar Hero. Rocksmith is apparently going to be a different game, however, with Ubisoft's VP of Marketing Tony Key stating that where Guitar Hero is a party game, Rocksmith is going to be a music experience. That's all we fucking need. More retards thinking they're pro on guitar because they can ace through Fire in the Flames. Seriously, if you play this game, I will murder your mother. Moving on. And now, this is just a warning for all you nerds out there to go get some tissues, because what I'm about to reveal is going to make you bust a nut. Jared, that means you. Go sit over there for this one. Ready? JX, the company renowned for getting girls into gaming with RuneScapes, props for that shit by the way, and Hasbro have teamed up with the announcement that they plan to launch an MMO based on the Transformers license. This game is set to drop next year, but nothing else is known at this point. Bethesda Softworks announced this week the release of Prey 2 on the 360, PlayStation 3, and PC. Development is being handled by Human Head Studios, the same team that handled the first game. Early reports stated that the game is going to be made using the ID Tech 5 engine, but it has now been confirmed that the game is going to be made using another ID Tech engine called Cutting Edge. If I remember correctly though, Prey 2 was announced before in 2008, so maybe this is a reboot? I don't know, Bethesda, get your shit together, fool. The Naughty Corner is back this week, and I'm turning my focus onto something that hasn't happened this week specifically, but it is something that's been bothering me for quite some time, and that's downloadable content in games. Now, that may seem like a strange topic, but hear me out. Games come out, all well and good. You pay on average $89 for a game, and that's okay. The price is high, but at the end of the day, you're supporting the people who made the games so they can make more quality content. After about a week of the game being out, however, downloadable content for the game is released. Now, to me, it just seems like the developers are holding back content on purpose and ransoming the game back to us as consumers, essentially saying that if we want more gameplay, we need to pay them more money. Sometimes this might be good, and I know some games give DLC for free, But when two of my favourite developers do it over and over again, it gets tiring. BioWare and Bethesda are in my opinion the worst at this. For example, Dragon Age 2 has not even been out a week and already there is downloadable content for the game. People have just paid in excess of $90 for this game and they already want to make them pay another $20 for less than an hour's worth of content. Fiscally speaking, this is a terrible thing to do to gamers, whose main demographic would be younger people. On a personal level, it's near impossible for me to buy the game and the DLC too, because I'm a full-time student who eats 2-minute noodles for every meal and catches the bus everywhere. I know many people are in the same boat as me. Furthermore, unlike other overseas countries, Australia has capped internet, meaning if we go over our download limit, we either get charged the price of a kidney for every megabyte, or our net slows to dial-up speed at the end of the month. Now I know personally I use a prepaid modem, meaning that I pay $29 and I get 2 GB worth of allowance. So yet it's another cost to us as consumers that we have to cop if we want to play DLC. The reason this has been on my mind of late is that BioWare is recently announced that the story of Mass Effect 3 is going to be told for DLC in Mass Effect 2, meaning if you played the second game without playing any of the new DLC and jump right into the third installment, you will be lost right off the bat. Now, this is good for the majority of people who will get to play the DLC, but as for us who don't, what are we meant to do? Are we meant to just jump in right into a storyline that we have no idea what's going on? If this happens, it will ruin my whole Mass Effect 3 experience. However, I'm going to end the show on a happy note and say I'm staying optimistic, because R.P.G will take off soon, and then we'll be racking in the trillions. Thanks for watching, you sexy beasts. Rate, comment, and subscribe, because at the end of the day, we need your help to flourish. Thank you for all your support. Studying 40 hours a week and doing this on my one day off isn't fun, but it's the 30 watches a week that keep me coming back. Stay tuned for our special show on Sunday where we will count off the top 10 video games of all time. And until next time, I've been Matt, and you've been awesome.